Assalamu alaikum, guys. How are things?
Good, busy.
Alright. So I think, as always, one key question is, how is our relationship with God going, right?
Let's start with me.
No, I'm just saying, no, you don't have to, I'm just saying that's a question like we individually ask, right?
Okay.
Most importantly, myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, yeah, it could be like talking and discussing, but doesn't mean that my relationship with God is going upward, right? And you don't know, but there are certain things that manifest, right? So I was talking to someone and they're like, yeah, I'm just praying 2 prayers a day.
Yeah.
That's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's much better than
Nothing.
that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that also tells you something about it, right? That means that there is something that you love more than God, right? So either you're just like beginning your path and you don't understand the importance of 5 prayers,
Yeah.
or there's something that you prefer more.
Or it might be time management. That's what, yeah.
Yeah.
5 times is hard.
I know.
It's really hard.
No, okay, but I'm saying, look. So here's the thing. So, what is the thing that you love most, like, other than God or anything to do with religion? Your clients?
No, just investing.
Yes, but I mean, related to investment. So there you go. Like, you know, when we were talking the last day, I mean, it was Thursday night or Wednesday night,
Yeah.
and you were like, hey, something changed in the market.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta go and trade, right?
It was, yeah, I have responsibilities on it.
Exactly. There you go. So basically, your brand
Mm-hmm.
and your image is so
Yeah.
valuable that once you realize that, hey, I gotta take action right now,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's like late at night, I gotta change my trading algorithms and what have you, even though you don't make me a single cent.
Yeah. Alright.
But that's the key thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for some people, actually, if you think about it, they have their pets, right? So I've seen like it's super cold. I was walking into my dad's building,
Yeah.
and this guy's gonna go and take the dog out for a walk for an hour,
Yeah.
freezing cold,
Because they love their pets.
There
As,
you go.
yeah.
right? So whatever you love, you'll find time, right? And then I'm saying that everybody would have some example. I don't know, Issa, do you have some example like that? Like for me, here's the thing, right? So right now, like, I mean, although I have other things and I'm falling behind, but spending time with you guys is important for me,
Yeah.
right? I will find time, even though that means I have to now adjust other things in my life.
Yeah.
But the point is that, and now, is this for God or not? That's a different thing,
Mm.
right? I mean, so I'm assuming that hopefully this is for God, that this meeting is for God and not just for my own personal, validation.
Yeah.
But the point being that everybody has something that they find time for, right?
True.
Do you have something that you want to share? I don't know. You don't have to, but it just gives good context.
Well, the thing is, you find the stuff that should make a huge meaning for you, right? Like mine is work.
Yeah.
If I get called for work right now, if I got nothing planned, I'm gonna take it.
Okay. Now, I mean, is there something that you would like, go extra mile or sacrifice, and then still go to work?
Pretty much my family, mostly my mom.
Fantastic, right? So if it's your mom and you work, like let's say if it's your mom's birthday,
Yeah.
right? Or it's a special day for your mom, like you always have a lunch with your mom on Friday or Saturday or something, right? And if work calls you, you probably
I say no.
there you go, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So everybody has something. You can always
Yeah.
find something, right? And the kalima that what we try to do is like the right thing, the successful, the smartest thing would be that if God becomes like that for us. I mean, we agree theoretically that would be the best ideal scenario, right?
Yeah.
But it's not there, so we have to help ourselves to get there.
Because God's pretty much like our father.
Okay, I don't
Wait,
know.
yes or no? Okay, my bad, sorry.
No, I mean, so
I grew up in church, so that's...
I know where that's coming. Yeah, there you
Okay.
go. So yeah, from that angle,
Mhm.
if the father is the closest figure, right?
Yeah.
So obviously we want it to be better than the father,
In
right?
Islam, so God's not really pictured as a father, God's just God.
God is just God. Because,
Oh, okay.
well, and when you think
Are
about,
we his children, or is that just Christianity?
it's just Christianity.
Oh, my bad. I crossed over this.
No, but
Okay.
think about it, like, and what would the father-child relation be, right? Because when you're talking about the father-child, from a physical space, they're similar,
Yeah,
right? Your father has the similar limitations to you.
yeah.
He may have more experience,
Mhm.
but he has a lot of limitations,
Yeah.
right? For example, he may not be a great trader,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you may be like 100 times wiser in trade than your
Yeah.
father, which means that if he
But
says,
doesn't God have similar characteristics
No.
to us? No?
no, so basically God is like infinitely or perfectly complete.
Yeah, but he
Right.
does have similar character to us, right? Or no?
There's nothing similar. Like, it's
Oh,
similar in
okay.
what sense?
I thought God created us in his image. Or is that the Bible?
No,
Or is that in the
so
Quran too?
right. So the point being that it's not like our side is like his side,
Okay.
right? So for example, so I mean, if you're saying that like So in that sense, there's no similarity because he is the creator
Yeah.
and we are the creation,
Okay.
right? But from a sense of that, look, he created us, and he chose how we would be,
Yeah.
right? So I think that's a pretty close connection,
Yeah.
right? He responds to us when we talk to him,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's a pretty close and spiritual connection,
Okay.
right? So for us to feel close to God and feel spiritual, we don't have to be physically alike,
Okay.
right?
I would say I haven't been praying for the past like 5 days.
Okay.
I have been a little bit stressed, so maybe that's why. Because I have that lack of prayer communication.
Mm.
So.
But there you go, right? So if you think about it,
Can I just say something?
Sure.
Not only with that, too, something I actually find out, right? Because once you actually convert, right, you actually switch a lot of dynamic. You switch a lot of stuff from this is what I'm used to.
Mm.
I got something new too. Though I think like the more you actually try to do it, let's say you miss a day or you miss 2 days, but you actually miss those 2 days. The next day you actually try with routine, right? You kind of change your own routine. Like in the morning time,
Yeah.
a lot of people at 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
Like slowly but surely, I start working like 5:45. I actually get ready before it's prayer time. So I pray and I go to work in the morning. So I think more like routine kind of change before you actually get to that point.
great, yeah. So about the stress thing, right? So there's two things. So that's why I'm saying, like, I mean, usually this would happen because of our lack of knowledge of God, right?
Okay.
But if you realize that, look, God has like the key to your stress, right? He can
Okay.
solve your stress right away. And the stress is not bad, for example, if you realize that,
Yeah.
right? It helps you grow. If you take it positively,
Yeah.
it helps you grow.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take everything on your own shoulders, and you're like, okay, why are things not going? So I think if you move God out of the picture,
Yeah.
then it really becomes a lot burdensome, and you feel like you have a lot of burden on your own shoulders
Yeah.
because you don't realize that eventually God is in charge,
Yeah.
right? You can do all the right things and still not get the results,
Yeah.
and you can do wrong things and still get the results.
Yeah.
None of that is to say to be lazy and laid back,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time you put in the effort, but you also rely on the results from God.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the key thing. Another thing is also is knowing God, right? So we forget. I mean, so that's why I keep saying about guys. Even if we meet once a week, try to have some content. And everybody's different. Some people like to read. Some people like to watch a video. Some people like to listen to audio.
Mm-hmm.
Have something that will tell you who God is, which will motivate you to do the right thing, right?
Yeah.
So the point being, in the initiative, what we're trying to discuss is that prayer is a good manifestation of how we love God or how much we love God. It's not everything, but it's a good start. Because somebody could be praying 5 times a day, but they're just like ritualistic and their bodies are there, but their heart is not there,
Yeah.
right? So it's not everything, but it's a good metric.
Mm.
So if the prayers are missing, that means that we have something to move towards, right? We have something to catch up. But if you have all the 5 prayers, or if somebody has all the 5 prayers,
Yeah.
it does not necessarily mean that that person loves God
Talk
more
about the
than you.
intention while you're praying.
Exactly,
Okay.
right? But at the same time, this is a good metric as well, right?
Okay.
So that's what I would say, like, regarding our weekly follow-up type of thing, let's try to, and then maybe I think one of the things you can do is maybe follow weekly. You come up with something that you read during the week or you watched during the week that was cool about God. And then before we go into our Quran session, maybe you guys can share something that you had an observation from last week.
Some cool things about God.
Yeah, something that you read or thought about or reflected
Yeah,
on.
'cause God's really cool. Find a lot
Okay.
of things.
How so?
How cool God is.
Yeah, like which attribute or
He's cool
what
enough to
manifest?
forgive. He's cool enough to let me do whatever I want to do. Like he's a very cool guy. Not guy, but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually God has a name for that. It's called Haleem.
And you?
Haleem.
Ali.
Yeah, Haleem. Al-Haleem. That means he's very forbearing.
What's that mean?
So he basically, as somebody said actually in the New Muslim retreat, a sister said he puts up with a lot.
Okay, so
Right?
what's that word again?
Forbearing.
Forbearing.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is
forbearing.
Haleem, right?
You say forbearing.
Yeah, so it's like not like, okay, you did something wrong and it's just gonna snap at you or just like, get hold of you or break something for you.
Yeah.
It's very, forbearing. He keeps giving us chances
Mhm.
and giving us opportunities to correct ourselves and to connect with him. That's a good one. What have you got? You said.
What do I have got? That's a good question. I'm going to say not God though, like people I actually see around me. Like I went to my fiance family house a couple of days ago, to a Muslim, right?
Mhm.
So just see the interaction and learning from like my fiance's sister's husband, like stuff I can learn from you though, but just like a follow up or reinforcement, right? So I find that really really good for me personally.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So if
that's
you're
something
around
actually,
Muslims,
if I'm around Muslim, I feel like I actually get more knowledge
Yes.
by just talking and just seeing where that goes.
Okay, that's very good.
So that's something I learned from.
Yeah, and then but obviously keep that, make sure that you understand that it's not something cultural coming.
So that's the
Because then you have to do unlearning.
That's the question. That's the question I talked to him yesterday. They keep saying like Khudafes, right?
Yeah. So
So,
that
yeah, they keep
Are they
saying,
Pakistani Indian or
no, the Indian.
Indian?
So that's the question. But yeah, if she says it so differently because she talks so fast, right?
Yeah.
Then you kind of explain to me, that's not Islam. That's cultural, like saying goodbye. You're not supposed to say Khudafes to all Muslim. I didn't know that, but that's what they say all the time. So I want to see the difference between culture and Islam's.
Absolutely.
So that's something we talk about too. Yesterday.
Fantastic. Yeah. So culture in Islam, culture is also important,
Yeah.
right? In a sense that culture helps you, connect with people,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if culture does not contradict with Islam,
Yeah.
you keep that culture in, right? So for example, if the culture is, to offer water or tea, for example, which is also Islamic, but I'm saying like, for example, right now we're not wearing shoes,
Yeah.
right? That's more of a cultural organization because that's how everybody is, right?
Mhm.
So if I'm not wearing shoes here or I'm not wearing shoes in my home, I don't want you to be wearing shoes as well, right? Because
Okay.
then I would be uncomfortable.
Are you
Yeah.
wearing socks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't like
I
that.
don't.
Okay.
You don't look the best, but yeah.
You don't? Okay. But yeah, so the culture has its own importance,
Yeah.
right? So for example, Khuda Hafiz, yeah, it's something that people say culturally.
Yeah.
But the prophetic thing actually to say when you meet or when you leave is salam.
That's what he told me. It's like, yeah, you're not supposed to. You don't need to say Khudafes.
Yeah.
You say Assalamu alaikum, right?
Exactly.
Once you're leaving. So yeah, that's what we talk about too.
Right.
So that helped me a little bit.
Yeah, that's good that they have this understanding, right? So and also that because you are aware of that, so you
Yeah.
can always filter out because
Yep.
they will not notice it, but you will notice it.
Yep.
Okay,
That's
fantastic.
something.
Mm.
That's my weekly base.
Okay, fantastic.
Stuff like that.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna stop this here, and then we'll do our Quran verses.
Okay.
Okay, but from a follow-up perspective, man, like especially you, man, you had to basically at least be on top of WhatsApp, right?
I'm working on it. I'm good. I'm doing good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
I have my
it's-
ebbs and flows. Sometimes I'm doing good. Sometimes I'm trying to like plateau.
Okay.
Here.
So just all right. Up first. So what happened with the New Muslim Academy? Did you make any progress with that?
I watched a few videos, but it's very hard to navigate through that website. So maybe I'll just go to YouTube, watch your videos, stuff like that. I'd rather watch your videos than yeah.
Okay, so but so if you're running into any issues like that, I got contact for their help desk, so we can
Okay.
support, we can fix that as well.
Alright.
So did you start any course or like were you able
Not
to?
the courses. So when I click on those links, it's very strange. But I just watched like the, I don't know where I went. I went to like the tab at the top and just watching the videos.
Okay. So we'll take a look at it in my computer. If you can't get into Introduction to Islam or Faith, we can try to figure it out.
Oh, also when I was watching the video, you're not supposed to pee when you're standing.
Yes,
Okay. I sort of like that, like sitting down and peeing. It's more
Yeah.
comfortable. Yeah.
it's natural, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Good.
I'm like, wow.
Then we can actually get like lists and stuff like that to do and what not to do in any like website or app.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So in terms of manners and
Yeah.
so actually that's what I'm saying. So their course on New Muslim Academy,
Mm-hmm.
or typically these type of things will be discussed under the rulings around purification,
Yeah.
because this is like related to purification, right?
Yeah.
So that's why if we go through the book, or like for example, if you guys were to go through the course on Introduction to Faith or Introduction to Islam, you would cover that under purification.
When I watched some of the videos, they're talking about like smelling good and making sure like you're always like moisturized, whatever, and clean and sanitize hands. I'm like, oh wow, it's pretty easy. Yeah.
Which is always something you always.
I'm always like that anyways. I'm like, yeah, this is for me. I like this.
Okay, fantastic. So how is it? Okay, let's also catch up on the prayer thing. So how's your thing? Do you
Prayer's
remember?
not good. I forgot the line because I haven't been praying for like a week, so that's why. But it's easy for me to pick it back and memorize it.
So do you want to discuss like what stops you from praying? Like, do you have a schedule for prayers or?
It's just a lot of just like business stuff.
Yeah.
And I get frustrated and just like,
So so if you think about it, like, well, this is my relaxation time or my refuge time, right? I go and even like ask God to bless your trades,
yeah.
right?
Okay.
So for
I've done that
example,
before.
yeah. So I mean, like God can actually give you insight on trading. So obviously you're gonna use your experience and knowledge.
But would God bless my trades actually?
Yeah.
Really? I
I mean,
like that.
if you don't want to go into the details of that,
Mhm.
but in general,
Okay.
I mean, for
Or maybe in back mind, I think he's been blessing it for a while now.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously he can also bless you that, for example, give you other ideas,
New strategies.
new idea that can actually help you be more compliant as well in your economics.
I think
Right.
he's done that.
There you go.
I'll
right?
take some credit for the strategies, but
No, I mean, because eventually everything is from him. If you think about it,
everything,
everything.
all my thoughts.
Yep.
All of them.
You have the credit for it because you worked hard on that,
Mm-hmm.
right? But had he not,
For all my good and bad thoughts.
well, so good thoughts
Mm-hmm.
are attributed to God,
Yeah.
right? Because that's where he like, you know,
And
he's
then are the bad thoughts just me, like a lack of relation with God, or what?
yeah. So the bad thoughts can come in from your own self desires,
Okay.
right? Or it can come
Yeah.
from a whisper of shaitan,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's why they're attributed to that,
Okay.
right? Because you know God is not to blame for that because it's something that you know, He gave you the right and the wrong,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then if you made some bad decision, that would lead to some bad thoughts.
The influence, yeah.
So also, isn't that related to God actually giving us like free will to do what we want?
Exactly.
To have a choice?
Yeah. So thought itself is not as yeah. That's a very good point, right? Because you can have a bad thought. Okay, you know what? It's too cold. Let me not go for Friday prayers, right? Let me just take it in, right? God will forgive me. So that takes effort to come in, right?
Yeah,
To drive
choice,
the cold.
but it's a trick question.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're not supposed to choose what we want. You know, because desires are.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a trick question. We have a choice, but we don't really have a choice.
No,
No, we have a choice, but if we choose the wrong one, then you.
Yeah. That's why you bear the consequences of it.
Yeah,
Right.
those desires are desirable. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's always a choice, right?
Mhm.
But the more you start loving God, the more. So that's nothing. Like sometime, like for example, you know, hopefully you felt bad when you were not praying, right?
Sure.
So, well, I mean, if you
Yeah.
did, so and if you
Okay.
did feel bad,
Mhm.
so let's say if you don't come to Friday or if you miss prayer and you do feel bad, that's actually a good sign,
Okay.
right? That's a good sign that at least you're feeling bad.
Mhm.
If you do it, enough time, you will stop feeling bad,
Okay.
right? And that's when you're, you know, we were talking about the heart compass, right? The heart recognizes a good versus a bad. So a lot of people who do now drug dealings or gangs or robberies and stuff like that, who have been doing it for a long time, a lot of them don't feel there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
So they have kind of like their compass
Completely
has
disconnected.
shifted.
Other compass is like broken.
Yeah, broken or shifted
Call
or
that a moral compass.
moral compass.
Or compass of the heart.
Well, that's the thing. That's a serious thing, right? So that's one of the serious consequences of sins.
Mhm.
So do you remember? Okay, what do you remember from the prayers?
I don't want to be tested on this because that one line, the new line.
No, you can read it from your
I
phone.
was good. I don't. It's on my notebook.
Okay.
But I forgot that one line, but I could get it again. I just have to read it once and I'll be
Okay,
good.
so let's just practice it. It's actually Isai's gonna tell it. Isa, what's the first thing that you say after Allahu Akbar?
Like before we start praying?
No. So you're starting prayer now. You say Allahu Akbar. You tie your hands.
Well, is this Surah Fatiha, like Bismillah?
No, even okay. What's before? What's before Bismillah?
Oh, I say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
That's the one, right?
Yeah.
A'udhu.
Mhm.
Let's do it. A'udhu.
We'll say it again.
Yeah.
A'udhu.
A'udhu
A'udhu.
billahi
Billahi.
min
Min.
ash-shaytanir
Ashaitan.
nir
Wait, Ashaitan.
nir
Near.
rajim.
Regime.
Yes.
Okay.
So actually, if you are able to like maybe say, you know what, I'm just gonna take 2 or 3 hours one day
Yeah.
and just come in and sit here, we can actually capture
I had
a
it
lot.
before. I had it remember. I was good at it. Remember the video call?
No, I'm saying
I
no.
had it.
No, if we can
Okay.
capture the whole thing, it's
Oh,
sort of
the
like
whole thing.
yeah.
We'll see. Yeah.
Because what I realized is that during the retreat, we just had a New Muslim retreat, right, in the UK,
Mhm.
and we just had like these workshops like 3 times a day.
Yeah.
So we can actually do it on the phone too. That we have 3 times a day.
Yeah.
You practice something. So you kind of like really do a crash course type of
Yeah,
thing, and then you
go
just have
all
it
in.
all nailed down.
Mhm.
So that's one way of doing it if you're interested.
Okay.
But let's keep making forward progress. But bro, you said December you want to lead the prayers.
I said this down.
Okay.
December 31st. I have like a month and a half.
There you go. So you still have a time.
Yeah, but I have to sing
These
it.
guys did it
I
in a
don't know how to
weekend.
sing it.
Huh?
I don't know how to sing it.
You can learn it.
How to sing?
Yeah.
I gotta sing like you.
Yeah, you can do
I
it.
like Mukhtar. I like his voice.
There you go. So you can do it.
Okay. I'll try my best.
Okay,
And
good.
if I'm bad at it, I'm still gonna do it.
There you go.
Yeah. just have to listen to me.
And you're gonna get ready by your marriage time. Which is January something?
January 13th.
January 13th?
Yep. Yeah, I'm getting married, man.
January. Oh my God.
Man, you gotta be ready. You gotta lead your wife in your prayer, man, right?
I think so far I'm actually doing good though.
Yeah, you're.
I think so far I'm actually doing good.
Okay, let's listen to you.
Like the whole thing?
Yeah.
Or where I stopped.
So yeah. So
Remember where we stopped, right?
yeah. So start from Allahu Akbar.
So you do Allahu Akbar, do A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitani Rajim, then do Bismillah.
Would you do like a recitation?
Do like an actually recitation, like
Yeah,
praying?
yeah. Because you had a very good one that you sent on the WhatsApp, right?
Yeah. Last week, right?
Yeah. Not 2 weeks ago.
Or 2 weeks?
Yes.
One
You've
time.
been slacking, man. Everybody has been slacking.
I've been busy.
It's
But
a
you
tough
don't really
month
know.
now.
I've been busy like crazy, man.
Alright, let's
So,
listen.
so it's not just me. Everyone's busy nowadays.
We're
That's the
busy.
thing. It's a choice, right? It's a choice.
It's a choice to
Who
be
do we
busy.
say yes to? Who do we say no to?
I
Right?
could choose to not be busy, but then things get rough.
Why? That's the thing. I mean, it's not. I mean, work time is never enough, right? You gotta be a millionaire. And
The
you,
holidays are coming. I'm still gonna celebrate Christmas. I'm sorry. Yeah.
what does that mean? Like you're gonna go and worship Jesus?
It's not Jesus. I'm not. It's just Christmas. It's presents.
Yeah,
Nothing
there you go.
Jesus.
Yeah, so that's not worshiping Jesus. That's different.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
that's,
go
that's the holiday. It's like damn, we're on the spot, eh?
Okay.
Okay, start all right. This is Allahu Akbar. Say A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitani Rajim. Then Bismillahi Ar-Rahmani Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbi Alameen. Ar-Rahmani Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas sirat, that's my messed up, but Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. That's the last one we stopped.
That's where you're stopped?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have the next one practice?
We haven't practiced the next one yet.
No, but what do you have? Like you have practiced yourself, right?
Yeah, practice myself. But
Okay.
can I take a look?
Yeah, of course. So right now when you're praying,
Okay.
do you take a
Okay.
look at it?
No, when I'm praying, most of the time, right, I don't really practice, I just go with the flow. I normally have my paper in front of
Okay,
me,
got it.
so I can actually catch myself.